Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's a problem that some of us ladies have sometimes, and you know how you get that line and you're moving your head and you see that your face doesn't match your neck. What's going on? Well, today we're going to talk about how to choose the right base makeup for you. These are our lovely ladies from Dillard's. This is Patricia Phillips and her models Kristen, Megan, and Gwen. And let's get right into it. What should we be looking for? How can we tell when you can't try it on and stuff? How do you know? What makeup do you choose?
Well, what you want to begin with is picking out the right formula for your skin type. Right now we have Kristen, who has normal combination skin. We have Megan, who has oily skin. And we have Gwen, who has dry skin. So you want to figure out if you have oily skin, then you want to go with products that are oil mattifying, oil control. If you have normal combination skin, you can go with either oil control, water-based, something that's not going to clog up your pores. Or if you have dry skin, you can go with either oil-based or water-based, just something that's going to help to moisturize your skin, hydrate, give you that radiance and that glow that we all look for in our skin.
All right.
Not only that, but you also need to figure out what your undertone is in your skin. We have cool tones, we have warm tones, and olive tones, which is the neutral tones. Kristen here has more cool tones. If you can notice, she has a little bit more pink in her skin, which is mostly occurs in fair skin or lighter skins. They have more cool tones. Megan has more of an olive tone. She is neutral. She has some pinks and some warms in her skin. And then we have Gwen, who has a lot of warm tones in her skin. The darker skin, more pigmentation you have, so the warmer your skin is. And it's kind of like, it's not that easy. It takes a really good, trained, experienced eye to find what your undertones are in your skin.
Sometimes it's really confusing because I've always tried to figure that out about myself, and I've read online, I've typed it in Google, I'm going to admit, and sometimes it talks about looking at your veins, and if your veins are more blue, you're this way, or if they're more green, you're that way, and sometimes it's like, I don't know, they kind of look green and blue. I don't know what I am, so so talk a little bit about that and how you would, where you would go and stuff like that to find out about your tone.
Well, a lot of people say, like you said, look at your veins, or what looks better on you, gold or silver. But I mean, I wear a lot of gold, but I'm very warm toned. It's just a preference. And like I said, you have to be trained and experienced in order to be able to just catch it like that. I would definitely recommend that you go to a department store like Dillard's and have one of the beauty advisors look at your skin and skin type you, because that's the best way you can find out, is to have a professional do it for you.
Okay, sounds great. Well, let's get started. You have some things you're going to show us this morning?
Yes, I was going to actually stripe Megan here, because I'm going to show you how we actually color match your skin.
Okay.
I have
just going to stripe her.
Yes.
That sounds dangerous.
I have 3 foundations here, and they're all the double wear because she has the oily skin. So we want to have a product that's going to help to control the oils in her skin. I've already prepped her skin with La Base, which is a foundation primer from Lancome, and it helps to keep the foundation in place a little longer. Okay. Now I'm putting it on the back of my hand because when you put it on the back of your hand, it helps to warm up the foundation so it goes on smoother onto your skin when you apply it.
That's a good little tip there.
And the one that disappears into Megan's skin is going to be her right match.
Okay. If we're able to get a close-up on this, that would be perfect so people can see that a little bit better.
You can see that this one is a little too warm. She's actually a neutral tone, which is the desert beige. Okay. And while that dries, I'm going to show you how to apply the powder foundation, which is in a Mineral Clinique's Super Balancing Makeup.
Okay.
Okay. On Kristen. Now what you do is you never want to like pound it onto your face, because it's going to make it cakey looking. You really just want to roll on the powder foundation onto the face, and this has the shaving technology, which every time you twist it, with every twist you get like fresh new powder, and it has all the vitamins that go into your skin.
All right.
I'm going to just do one side of Megan's face so that I can show, Kristen's face.
Oh yes, you can kind of see the difference. That's smart.
And you dust it off every time you use it.
And you're talking about this specific compact right here has the shaving, like
it has, yeah, this is the Clinique, and it has the shaving I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
So that's one side of Kristen's face, and you can already tell that it gives you, it's about moderate coverage, and it lasts about up to 8 hours.
All right. That's fantastic.
So now I'm going to show you, I've already picked out Gwen's foundation. I actually matched her into Tint Miracle, which is a Lancome foundation, because it has hydrating ingredients in there, and it helps to hydrate and give her that glow, like I said, that all of us women really want.
Oh yes, of course. All right, well, we're gonna go to a break real quick. We'll be right back. Stay with us, and we're gonna have more of this wonderful lesson on base makeup. We'll be back with more. Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with the lovely ladies from Dillard. This is Patricia Phillips, and she's here with her beautiful models, and we're talking about how to apply the right base makeup. And during the break, she went ahead and remind me of your name one more time. Megan. She did Megan's base makeup. So let's talk a little bit about what you did.
Okay, she actually matched into the Desert Beige, which is an intensity 2. The lightest shade is a number 1. So when I put it on her, it blended perfectly. You can already tell that she has absolutely no line, and it blends perfectly with her neck. So that's, I just put it on her foundation right now. But what I want to show you now is how to apply the foundation.
Okay.
You never
what?
You never want to use a sponge with your liquid foundation. A sponge sucks it all up, and we pay good money for our foundation for it to just be sucked up into a sponge.
Very, very good point. So what should you use?
A foundation brush.
Okay.
When you go, like, take for example, this is a weird example, but take for example, you go to an art show and you walk in and you can tell what's been finger painted, and you can tell what's been professionally done. So when you're just putting the foundation on with your fingers, you're just spreading the foundation.
Very true.
You put it on with a foundation brush and it goes on really smoothly.
All right.
Okay. And like I said, you put it on the back of your hand. Now I've already done one of Gwen's eyes with concealer. And a really great technique to, it's called the fatigue fighter technique, it brightens up your eyes, is you take some of the eye cream, I'm taking the Advanced Night Repair eye cream right now, and you mix it with your concealer.
And what does that do?
That keeps the concealer underneath your eyes from looking cakey. It looks more natural and smooth. So we're just going to do that really quickly.
And you should always apply with your ring finger, is that right?
Yes, because
why is that?
It's the weakest finger, so you're not really pounding it in there, you're being gentle around your eye.
Because your eye is so tender, and it's a very important part. And it's where a lot of people get wrinkles, so
exactly.
First, right.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the foundation. You start in the middle, in the T-zone area, and you got to think of this like it's a flower. This is the bud of the flower, and then you work your way out into the petals.
That's a very good analogy.
And you see how beautiful and glowy the skin's already beginning to look?
Oh, yes.
And when you have the right shade, you don't have to worry about covering your whole face. You can just put it on areas like the T-zone area, which is mostly around this middle area where we're concerned about, and then, or you can go all the way, it doesn't matter. It's just your personal preference.
That's very interesting.
I'm going to go over here on this side.
And you're kind of brushing outward?
Yes. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and set it with a very fine loose powder. You don't want anything like a powder foundation over a foundation, because that's just going to make it look cakey, and we want something natural.
Yes.
Okay, so now that I did that.
And now what are some of the differences? I know I've heard that if you use powder, it might not be good because it sets in your lines more and can make you look more wrinkled. What is your thought on that?
That is, if you have very fine lines and wrinkles, you don't want to really use a powder foundation. You want to use a very fine foundation like I'm about to use. It's loose. You definitely want to go with something loose and something that's made for lines and wrinkles. There are powders that are specifically made for aged skin when you're concerned about your wrinkles.
Okay. Very interesting, all right.
Uh-oh, okay. Oh, well, there's my brush.
And now, do you recommend a brush like the one you have here, or again, I see you have a little pad, and a lot of them sometimes come with little pads, little puff pads. What is the best way? What should you use?
Well, the way I like to, personally, I like to roll it on because it looks more natural.
Okay.
You can always do the little powder puff to help with the oiliness, but like I'm about to do, all you do is roll on the powder to set the foundation.
All right.
And we'll just do one side so you can see that.
All right. Well, remember, you guys can always head on over to Dillard's for more information on how to choose the right base makeup. Thank you guys so much, and Miss Patricia, for coming over here and informing us, and thank you for coming, lovely models. And we'll be right back after this with more Good Day.